That ought to help a little. What's up guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the differential fluid on your Jeep Wrangler JK. Now Jeep recommends doing this every 4 years or every 40,000 miles. Now if you're off-roading and you submerge those axles, you're going to want to do it more often. You don't need a whole lot to get this done. You're going to need a 3/8 inch drive ratchet. It helps if you have a 3/8 short extension, a drain pan, rags, torque wrench, and of course the oil. Almost forgot, you also need some Teflon tape. Now oil capacities do differ between the different models. If you have a Rubicon, you're running Dana 44s. Now in the front, you're gonna need 1.35 quarts. In the rear, you're gonna need 2.375 quarts of oil. If you don't have a Rubicon, you're running the Dana 30 and Dana 35. In the front, you'll need 1.05 quarts, and in the rear, you'll need 1.75 quarts. So in total, I would get 4 quarts if you're running a Rubicon, and I would get 3 quarts if you do not have a Rubicon. Make sure your Jeep is on level ground. I'm gonna start up here with the front differential. I got my oil drain pan underneath it. Now I always start with the fill plug. Get that loosened up first, because that's the only way to put oil back into this differential. So if there's breaks or something happens, we don't want to already have that oil drained, because then we won't have a way to put it back in, and then our Jeep's stuck because we can't run it. So always start with that fill plug. The box end of this ratchet fits right into this fill plug. So I'm going to go ahead and get that loosened up, and that extension does help, especially on the drain plug. My plug's pretty tight, so I'm going to use a little 3/8 breaker bar to help out here. Do you want to make sure your pan's underneath there, because a little could come out. The drain plug's right back here on the back of the axle. We'll go ahead and get that loosened up and drain the oil. While that's draining, this is the drain bolt. There is a magnet on it. It just collects a little bit of metal. So go ahead and clean all that metal off. If you see any big chunks on there, you got a problem, but all that little fine dust, not an issue. We can now prepare the plugs to go back into the Jeep. So just take some Teflon tape, wrap it around here 2 or 3 times on both that drain and the fill plug. Oil's done draining, so we'll go ahead and replace our drain plug. And just a reminder, that is the one with the magnet. And once we get this in, we'll torque it down to 25 foot-pounds. Oh. Now that we have the drain bolt put back in and torqued down, we're going to fill the axle up until it starts pouring out of the hole. That way the level is right at the bottom of that fill port. Now Jeep recommends using 80W90 for both the axles, and if you're towing, they recommend using 75W140 for the rear axle. But I'm going to put the 75W140 in both my axles. From my research, it seems like you might just get a little bit worse miles per gallon, but it's not going to hurt anything, and that's just what I'm putting in. Now that the oil's flowing out of there, we know it's full, so we'll go ahead and cap it off. And this plug also gets torqued down to 25 foot-pounds. That's going to be a wrap for the front axle. Now the rear axle is the exact same process as the front. You got your fill plug here, your drain plug here. Thank you guys for watching.